Okay. Alright, welcome back. We haven't done a Tavern Talk in a while now, but there's just so much news going on that we just have to talk about it tonight. So with me, I got my brother, Hunter.
What's
Hunter,
up?
you can say hi, what's up? And we're just going to be going over everything today. Sea of Thieves had their 2022 preview event, and this had a lot of shocking news that I don't think people were expecting. So I guess we should get the elephant out of the room and just go with the big thing, at least to me, and the reason why we're at our special location for this episode rather than the normal tavern that we'd be at. And that is that Rare is getting rid of Arena, not just not working on it anymore like they stopped doing in 2020.
They're deleting it from the main menu, so you won't be able to access it anymore.
You can't play it anymore. For Season 6, they're getting rid of it completely. So you have about a month on, I think, do you remember the day? I think it was March 11th, if I'm correct.
I believe so.
Let me check real quick.
Now, Parker, I want to ask you about something. What do you think they're going to do with the Sea Dog reputation? Because that's for Arena.
So they actually talked about this already, and I made a video that I posted about an hour or two ago. And basically what's going to happen is your arena rep and stuff will be fine. It's there. But you won't be able to do the accommodations anymore if you haven't unlocked it yet. So a lot of those accommodations are needed for different cosmetics. For me, the most important one to me is the Pirate Legend weapon set. You need to get the legendary Sea Dog accommodation. I believe that you could still do the accommodations up until the closure. That's from what I've gathered based off what everyone said. But that hasn't
What are
been
they going to do with all
confirmed.
the different cosmetics that you would get and the reputation? Are they just going to get rid of it as a whole?
They're not getting rid of it, so anything that you've unlocked, you get to keep and stuff. But if you haven't unlocked the accommodations, you cannot buy the stuff after the arena closes. So this means like all these cosmetics are gonna be gone. They're gonna become rare, basically. And
Got it.
They said they're making a new Pirate Legend weapon set to replace the old one. But if you've already unlocked it, you can still.
That'll be like the OG one, or not
Yeah,
the OG.
you can
but,
get both
get the
if
idea.
you. Yeah, you can get both if you do the accommodation. So
You have about a month left to do that.
hopefully, see the way they worded it seemed a little weird, and I'm not entirely sure if you can do the accommodation and still unlock it. I checked when we got on here to see if it was still in the shop for me to be able to see, and it is. So I think you can. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, and I'm okay with that. That gives me a little bit more than a month to try to unlock it. It's gonna be a bit of a grind to get, but it shouldn't be too bad.
Why do you think? I understand that only a very small percentage of the player base plays Arena, but do you think there's any good reasons besides that they're closing it?
So
Any other reasons that you think you would know of?
actually, I know exactly why. They talked about it, and they put a blog post out to get more details about everything. And what they said was while they stopped the development of it back in 2020, at the end of 2020, before we started the season 1, when they started the season system, they decided no more Arena. And well, we all kind of just thought that was it, that Arena was just kind of gonna live in the background and not be a focus anymore. What they have said is that with every season update that we had, they would have to go in and keep updating Arena just so that it could be playable. So they're taking resources away from Adventure just to keep Arena up and running. Well, to me, to be honest, I feel like it's probably not as much work as they made it sound.
Because I think maybe if they added more game modes inside of Arena, different types of modes, maybe like, like I know a lot of people view like they hear arena, it's like battle royale. It's not that, it's not that kind of thing. Like you said in your video, I think you were totally right. If they add more game modes, I think it could improve the, like, it can improve the like gameplay of, or the amount of people that play it.
So
in a way, just
both
because
since 2020 and now, it hasn't changed at all in terms of player growth, and it's only been 2% of the player base, which I'm curious how they track that, because I feel like a lot of players are probably like me, where they hop in and play a few matches every so often, which is what I did. So
it's a nice little like breather after you played Adventure for a while. Like if you just want to take a break, you want to play Sea of Thieves, but you're going to go tired of Adventure, you can just take a break on Arena for like a good hour or two.
It's also really good practice.
It's a nice little practice. Yes, that's what I was about to say. They don't have an official training. The only thing they have is Maiden Voyage, but that's only the tutorial to get you like how to repair your ship and stuff. Not good combat training. The only combat they training is fighting a few skeletons in your first thing. Now I know they tell you to do a voyage when you first go out of Maiden Voyage, if you even go on that in the beginning. They tell you to do a voyage, and you probably do fight some skeletons there. But even then, it's not really that easy, and you could still get attacked while doing that voyage, and you would have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
I struggled with combat when I first started, but I had you when I first started to help me, and I've learned some good tricks, but not everyone has that.
Yeah.
So I think they should add a proper training, because most games have like separate trainings for different things, like trying to get like maybe trying to get a chest on your ship in time before your ship sinks, or like practice your sword lunging, or something like that.
Yeah. So one of the things they said about the arena was that their goal with arena was to create an alternative way to play Sea of Thieves with a competitive spin, and where you could have a short session experience if you didn't have enough time to commit to a whole adventure mode. And they said that they didn't feel like they met this goal, and that it would require a lot more resources to keep it going the way they wanted to keep it going. And
unlike Adventure, though, it's not unlimited boundary. It's like with Adventure, they have to update the whole map. With Arena, it's a smaller map, and there's like the islands don't like change. It's the same islands.
Arena uses the same map as Adventure.
They use the whole map? I thought there was like a border.
So what happens in an Arena is that it kind of has like a storm circle almost around a certain part of the map. So it uses the same Sea of Thieves map.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But there's like a certain limit to how far you can go on that map in each game.
But it's still the same map where they'd have to update them both.
I know that.
One of the things I think was really, really hurt Arena in terms of this goal that they wanted, because when I saw this goal that they had about wanting like shorter sessions and that kind of stuff, they should have made a solo mode for Arena, because
it's only sloop and galleon.
It's duo and galleon. If they had a solo,
there's not even a brig. There's not even a brig for 3 people.
I don't think you need a brig, but I
think... No, you might just have your perfect trio that you always do, Well,
then they could do a galleon, but here's the thing, right? Yeah. If you play solo, you could not do it, if you play solo, you can't do it by yourself. You have to have open crew, or you have to get someone else. And
that's probably the problem, because most people probably play solo. Like, a good percentage of the player base probably plays solo. Or most of the time, obviously.
I wouldn't say that, but I say, like, if you were someone that wanted to play Sea of Thieves and your friends weren't on, Arena would have been a perfect mode for you to hop in and play some rounds and practice for a bit. Mm-hmm. But because you needed a partner, let's just say... let's say Travis as an example. If Travis was to get on Sea of Thieves, and I would ask him, hey, what do you want to do? He'd probably say, let's go and try to steal something. Let's do something epic. Because we'd plan to spend a few hours together, probably. Whereas, if I was playing by myself, I could say maybe I'll spend like an hour. And I could have gone and played a few matches of Arena. But because there was no solo mode, I never did. Because open crew is not good. They could have made a mode where everyone was just solo players. And that would have, I think, helped a lot.
Or I think, like, let's say you have, like, to add on to that solo player idea, I think, like, you know, like, sometimes maybe it's one of those work days where you're, like, cleaning your house or something like that, you know? And, like, you have, like, you want to take, like, a 30-minute break. Or, like, maybe you're on, like, a work shift and, like, and I'm, like, an adult and you're, like, on a Zoom meeting, I don't know, or something like that. And you have, like, a 15-minute break. Arena's a good place to just hop on. But, like, you know, that's like a solo thing because it doesn't take very long. It takes like, what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes per match?
It's like 15 minutes. I think it's like a 13-minute match, and then you like spend like 2 minutes trying to get into the match, whatever.
So like that would be perfect for solo if you're just like, you know, trying to hop on for like a quick match, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a good warm up before you go into a venture.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw, but they're actually giving out some rewards, and this has made people really angry online about how they're doing
what?
it.
Like what awards? What awards and
okay,
what and how do you get them?
Let me explain the rewards, and then I'll explain why people are upset. So for anyone that got to level 5 in the Sea Dogs, which is really easy goal to make,
I think I'm that. Just from the letters.
Most people are. You get 5 whole ship sets: the Azure Scout, the Flaming Jackal, the Golden Chaser, the Lucky Rover, and the Regal Hound. These were all these were all the ships that you could use to compete with in the arena. I think that's really nice.
That's pretty nice, but that's also kind of annoying. I feel like it should have been a higher level.
Okay, well here, let's keep listening. These sets will all have a whole figurehead, sail, and flag. But then for people that reach level 50, they'll get an extra ship set called the Good Boy, which this was kind of like a rare ship set inside the arena. I think it was only used if there was like a max amount of people playing the mode. So it wasn't one that you saw that often. But I think that's pretty cool. The reason people are mad though is that you had to have reached these levels before today's announcement. So
you didn't know, like, so if there's normally an announcement, you would normally want to grind to that level to try, because you don't know, like maybe one day I'm trying to get my order souls up, one day I'm trying to get my merchants up, you know, and but like I never think to just all of a sudden, hey, let me just hop into arena and let me grind my Sea Dog trying to get that up. And people like you know, you've been playing for a long time, you probably just, you know, have already gone up a lot, you know, or probably, I'm just saying. But people like me who haven't played very, very much, we wouldn't know to at least get to level 5. You know, we might not even hop on. And if you didn't know that there was going to be free ship sets, you know, I would take a free ship set any day, you know, just to have it. I personally not knowing that it's going to come out, that's just wrong.
Personally, I find this to be pretty fair, if we're being honest. Because here's the thing, right? If they had said, hey, you got a month to get these rewards, everyone would be grinding for it. And it wouldn't be people that actually want to play Arena. It would just be people that are trying to get these cosmetics.
They just want the set, yeah.
And it's not like these cosmetics are like something special.
It's just having it.
Well, no, here's what I'm saying. Well, listen. Yeah. These are something that's so like tied to Arena, and if you played Arena, you will recognize these instantly. If you didn't care about Arena, you probably wouldn't care about these ship sets if they were just in the outpost shops. The only reason people are mad about them is because they're exclusive now. And well, I can understand why people are upset. I think the way I would have done this, instead of having most of the ship sets at rank 5 and having one ship set at 50, I would have had different pieces from all these sets unlocked at different threshold levels. So say
It's
rank
like level 5. Level 5 could be the I don't know, like
the
the
sales.
wheel,
Well, there's
you
no
know,
wheel.
and then level 10 could be the you know, like you also have to think like maybe yeah, actually it's true. And then maybe like cannons, and then level 15 and level 20, 25, and then at level 50 you probably want to like the whatchamacallit, the thing on the front of the ship. Figurehead or the sails. I think those are the two things that like stand out when you're first coming up to a ship, and that's why I think it would be level 50 for that.
Yeah.
Or maybe a title.
Well, I was just based off what they actually already had given. I think if they staggered them, it might have been better, but I also can understand from the viewpoint of like, if, like, say, hey, someone that's at level 35, rather than making them upset that they only got, say, half of a ship set, just give them all the ship sets, they'd be fine, and then keep one exclusive for the people that really played the game. Alright,
I think we've talked about Arena enough, and I think people understand.
Yeah, we can move on.
Do you want to move on to something else?
Yeah.
I know one thing that really caught my eye when watching the announcement video. I think you and me would probably want to talk about that.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
They're gonna add not like mini raids, and the way they're gonna introduce this the first time are with sea forts. There's gonna be 3 different types in 3 different areas of the map, and there'll be sea captains and phantoms that you'll have to kill to get the treasures on the inside.
Yeah,
now, what I'm
it's
thinking
the
is
Soul
that
Flame
this
Captain.
is gonna be like a treasury, but on land. And it's gonna be like a treasury, but like a fort on land, kind of like a treasury and a fort combined. That's what I'm thinking.
So I don't know if I read this or heard this correctly, because I'm not sure exactly how these sea forts work. From my understanding, is it something that like randomly spawns, like it will come out of the water basically, and that's like a world event almost? Or is it something that's just going to be a permanent thing and then it will randomly have phantoms?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a random... I'm pretty sure it's going to be... I think what I like thinking is that it's just going to be already there, like, you know, the fort islands. It's going to just... There's going to be 3 already there. But, like... I'm thinking, like, maybe you have to do, like, maybe, like, a quest or something to get, like, a key to open it up and start it. It's just similar to the Fort of the Dam, how you need, like...
Well, they said it's already going to be like a world event, basically, that already spawns. The thing I'm confused about is, like, if it's going to be, like, a permanent place, or if it's going to be something that, like, comes out of the water. If it comes out of the water, I think that's pretty cool.
I think it'll be a permanent place. I think it would be a permanent place. Because what if you're, like, sailing in that area and all of a sudden it just pops up, you know? Or, like, I don't know. Just an example. There's probably a way around that. But I just think it'll be a permanent place similar to... I think it'll basically be like forts, but more common and less treasure. That's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah. So, I have mixed feelings on this. I think the locations look really cool, and like the sea forts that they have, what they showed off look really interesting.
Yeah. One basically taken over by nature, one is all modern, and one is in the middle. But sorry, keep going.
Yeah, they all look cool, but my thing is, I feel like it's the same thing we've already been doing. So, they added the Fort of Fortune last year, around the time when this update will come out, and I was not impressed with that at all. Then, we have the Siren Treasuries, which I think are great, but these sound very similar to that, and...
They sound like they're kind of not directly copying. It's like that, copy my homework, but don't copy it exactly kind of thing, you know?
Well, my thing is, I'm kind of getting tired of the, oh, let me go to this location, randomly swinging my sword at skeletons or whatever enemy,
beat these enemies,
and then getting a vote.
Unlock the treasure, make it to an outpost safely, trying to get my emissary up, you know? It's the same thing. It's the same idea around all of these, and I don't like that. I think maybe they should add... What do you think they should add instead of this stuff? Like, what kind of stuff?
So I had an I actually had an idea.
Yeah, go.
When they added the portal system in, I thought something that would be cool is something called like Ventures maybe, where you'd go through the portal and then you'd be kind of like in this little dungeon land. Like so you'd maybe be on like a random island and you fight different enemies, and the longer you survive, the more loot you get. So if you survive for a little bit of time, you just get a little bit of loot. But if you survive for
I'm pretty sure it's called a void challenge. It's basically how many waves can you do, and the more waves you do, the more treasure you get.
Well, I've always thought of like the dungeon type modes and stuff in games, but yeah, I think that would be something really cool to have and use the portal system for. And I guess personally, I'm just getting tired of the whole vault thing. Like, oh, fight waves of enemies, get a key, open the vault. It's kind of overdone at this point. We have regular skeleton forts.
We have hideouts. We have regular skeleton forts. We have Fort of Fortune. We have Fort of the Dam. We have shrines, which I guess don't really count. I guess they kind of could though. And then treasuries. That's, I think, 5 or 6 different things if you include shrines.
Yeah. So
are we including shrines?
Yeah. Shrines I don't include. Shrines I think are unique.
Okay, then 5. Then there's 5.
But okay,
yeah,
so
shrines are good addition. But like
shrines and treasuries are great,
but good. But like, I feel like one reason why they were good is because you could just do it at any time. And of course, you could stock them up. But I think that, like, think about it. It was literally just a regular skeleton fort, but underwater and just coral enemies. That's the only difference, Parker. And
I would say the treasuries are a bit more unique.
Kind of a bit of a copy. Like the only thing different is it's not a world event and it has different enemies.
I think the Fort of Fortune is way more of a copy than the treasuries, because the treasuries, the enemies made it unique. So you have the water rising, you fight with tridents and stuff. That I'm perfectly fine with. I wonder, can we move down here so maybe the rain won't be as loud?
Possibly.
Here, come down here.
We could where? Oh wait, let me turn my name tag on.
Sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is nice down here.
I don't know if this helps.
Can I sit here? I can't crouch.
I can.
Oh come on.
It's okay. We can just sit like right here in front of the posters.
You can do the cinema.
Let me turn down my sound real quick though, so it's not as loud. Okay.
Is that good? Right in front of the painting.
You're good. Alright, back to what we were talking about though. So
we were talking about the treasuries and Fort of Fortune and how it's a copy.
So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with the treasuries because I think that's unique enough. Fort of Fortune I think is too much of a copy of regular skeleton forts, and it just reused old assets.
I've actually never done a wave before the Dam.
Fort of the Dam was great when it came out, but here's my thing, right? I'm just getting tired of it feels the same now with everything, because it's basics are the same. Fight a waves of enemies, get a key, open vault, and I will.
It's literally just a fighting simulator.
I will hold my judgment until I actually do these forts. I'll be hopefully optimistic about it, but in my experience, I haven't enjoyed too much of fighting the phantoms. I find them kind of annoying to fight.
They're kind of annoying because they just disappear, you know, and like they're like hard to see. They sneak up on you, you know, and they all gang up on you.
Yeah, I don't know. This was probably the thing I was least excited for, other than, you know, arena closing. But I wouldn't say this made me too excited. But I think we should get into what did make me excited.
Adventures and mysteries.
Yep.
That was something. Is that what you were going to mention?
Yeah, so we have our first adventure.
Those really caught my eye. In the video at 2 minutes and 45 seconds, they started talking about adventures. And at 4 minutes and 40 seconds, they started talking about mysteries for anyone who's watching and want to go look at that.
Okay, so the first one that we're going to talk about is adventures. The first one was going to be starting on February 17th. And it's called Shrouded Islands. And
It's gonna
basically, the
be.
way adventures are going to work is these are like mini story missions that will happen every month. And so
And
that'll
they
be,
last about 2 weeks long.
yeah. There will be 3 a season, and basically it's going to be like a 3-part arc. So each season will start off with a new adventure where we'll go through the story and everything. And then at the end of the season, we'll have our last adventure, and that will kind of tie up that whole story. And then it will just be like that each season, which I'm really looking forward to because that kind of sounds something similar to like games like Destiny. I've never played it, but from what I've heard from other friends, that's kind of what they do. They have like limited time events that go on where it deals like with the story and stuff. Then you can go do it. These adventures will probably have cosmetics tied to them that'll be exclusive, so you'll want to go in
Most
and
likely.
do them within that 2 weeks that they're out. I don't think they're going to be super long to do. I would assume probably maybe 30 minutes to an hour. I can't imagine that they'll be any longer than that.
They also said that they'll be more like it'll be like they want you to be like more connected into it and make you feel like you're more a part of it. I think like okay, well, I'll use Pirate's Life as an example. I feel like I didn't really personally. Maybe other people would probably disagree with me, but I didn't really feel like I was a part of the Pirate's Life. I felt like I was just like, like just there, like as like a key, opening doors, helping, those other characters. Just I felt like I was just watching a movie, and there was just ads that I had to skip through.
Well,
And by ads I mean puzzles. But this one says it'll be more connected, and they want you to be more a part of it, and they want you to be more connected to the characters that are a part of it, make you feel like you are in it.
I think the adventures are going to be similar to how, say, games like Fortnite do an ever-evolving story, where you'll see things change in the world, and that will directly connect to different stories. And what they said is for each of these adventures, we'll have like a story trailer, like what we saw today, and that will introduce us to what the adventure is going to be about. And then we go through, and then we learn more information. So I'm really excited for that. I've always loved like the story in games, just like story lore and that kind of stuff. And I think that ties a lot into the mysteries aspect of this update. Mysteries are really cool. And what's going on with that is
it's like they said it would like be like clues you have to solve, and basically like it'd be more like mysterious, like things that happen. They also mentioned what the first one's gonna be. They said it's gonna be a murder of one of our most beloved characters in Sea of Thieves that we're gonna have to solve.
Side note: watch them kill off the people from the arena, and that's their story reason of why the arena's gone. They kill off DeMarco, and they're just like, oh, can't have the arena without DeMarco. He's dead.
No host. No one.
If they actually do that, I would be
that'd
so
be awful.
upset.
I'm gonna be mad.
That would trigger me
guys,
so
much. Arena, we just decided to just murder the host. That's why we're quitting.
Sea of Thieves, if you're watching this and this is your plan, you better change those plans.
You better change those plans. You're gonna get a bunch of backlash.
How about you just go kill Flameheart? I don't know. Can we talk about how Flameheart lasted longer than the arena? That's just sad. Like, Flameheart sucks. Yeah. Ash and Lord suck too. Both of those made it longer than the arena.
How? Like, what I don't get is that, like, literally, like, Flameheart's literally just the same thing as the Ghost Ship, quest from the Order of Souls.
Yeah.
It's just slightly harder, and you get more loot out of it.
So, one thing we didn't mention is, in the chat, the Watcher said in chat that, during these adventures, the community will get to choose different actions that will change the way the story goes, which like I think that's really cool. Not like a poll, it's more like if a certain amount of the community does. No, it's like it's not a vote. How are you confused? Basically, whatever we do in the adventure will determine what happens in the future of the story.
Yeah, I get it
So
now.
if a majority of the community say goes to the dark side, the story's gonna go dark. And I find that really cool. I wonder if that'll be similar to what happens with the mysteries aspect as well. And
There's also Flameheart's. Flameheart is a son. Okay,
I'm
so
sure
he's
that's gonna be something that comes up because we
that's
saw
gotta
those
be something.
teasers.
I haven't seen any story like driven to it. And he's literally just a guy with a creepy mask and a bunch of replicas of a mask on the
Well,
wall, and you
well,
can
we had
sell
that whole
anything to him.
storyline during Christmas time when we had the
I
orb
think
event. We had all the Flameheart Junior teasers,
uh,
which we haven't seen
I
come yet.
I think like possibly it's like maybe there'll be a quest that you can just like you have to go get something and sell it to him. I don't know.
I
It's
think
an idea.
I think Avengers are gonna be a lot more than you expect. I don't think it's just gonna be like a regular voyage or a quest or whatever.
Oh, I know that. I already know that.
The
I'm trying to
mysteries are
think
gonna
of
be
different ideas.
cool. I think the mysteries are gonna be more like little puzzles that we have to solve and figure out. And what they said is the mysteries will last longer than adventures, and based off how long it takes for the community to figure out, that's how long the mystery will last. So I don't think the mysteries will be as big as people are thinking. I think it'd be more like something changes in the world, and we have to figure out why. Maybe
Yeah,
the first
yeah, probably.
mystery. Well, the first mystery they already said was gonna be the person getting murdered, but let's just say as an example, they have the golden sands that's going away for
And
temporarily.
yeah, I saw that.
Maybe a mystery in the
That's
future
the
could be something
mystery.
like where'd the
You have
shopkeepers
mystery,
go?
and you have to solve like where did the shopkeepers go? Yeah, and like maybe you have to like try and find them or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
that could
So
be a long thing. I have a question for you, or I have two things to say. One, you're gonna be happy about this? They said they're gonna add more Pirate Legend voyages, and they're gonna be different every time. How do you feel about that?
yeah, we can go ahead and talk about the Pirate Legend voyages.
Because I'm about to be Pirate Legend, so I would like to talk about it.
Yeah, I think this is probably the thing I'm most excited for with this update because for a long time I have just not had any interest in doing Pirate Legend voyages, and that's because it's basically the exact same thing as the regular voyages, but longer. And this what they've shown off is basically a whole unique experience for Pirate Legends, and you're gonna have things like where the pirate lord is gonna be on your ship, which looks really cool. We're gonna
I
have
also
things
saw
like
you're gonna have like a relic next to your wheel, and it looks like you have to go dig up stuff and hook it up, kind of like the
Shroudbreaker.
Shroudbreaker when you had to find pieces and hook it on
What
to
I
activate it.
what I believe is gonna happen is you'll go and do different things to find the little stones that you put into that mask, and I
Is the
believe that's called
Shroudbreaker.
it's called the Veil of the Ancients. We found that out back when the first teasers came out, and I think it'll be different each time, and there will be different things you can do to get these stones. So like we saw, they had the shipwreck graveyard where it's like all those shipwrecks in the water. That looked really cool. We saw something where you hold a lantern up, and you're like on an island. That could be another one where you get the stone from. I think this is how they're gonna make it different and unique each time. It'll just be different things you have to do to go find these different stones. And then I guess there will be something like a big battle or something that happens once you get all these stones. We won't know too much yet until they obviously release it, but that is something I'm excited for, and I'm hoping that the amount of Pirate Legend treasure that we get from this is good enough. Because the worst thing that they could do is make this amazing voyage and then just not have a good enough reward for it.
True. They also were mentioning stuff about added content like to season 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, you talking about the roadmap?
Yeah. In season
Yeah.
7, they said there's going to be new ways to play and progress. Season 8, expanded roleplay and quests. And season 9, improved social options. I also have a
So
question.
let's go
Do you think there's
through.
going to be different chapters, real quick? Do you think there's going to be different, like, as a side note, real quick, do you think there's going to be, like, different chapters Like, do you think, like, when we get to season 10, you think we'll just go to 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, all the way up? Or do you think it'll be like, what do you think
I
it'll be
don't
like?
think they'll want to copy Fortnite. I'm guessing that's where you're
I
leaning
don't mean copy
towards.
Fortnite. I mean, plus a lot of games do it. I'm just saying, do you think they're just going to go to 11, 12, 13, 14?
They probably will, but I think that's not something I'm too concerned about. It doesn't really change.
I'm not concerned. I'm just saying, like, what do you think they would do? Just like a quick side note. What
I
were
don't
you
know.
wanting to mention? What were you wanting to mention before?
I think we should go ahead and talk about the roadmap that they laid out. They basically teased out what they're going to do for the whole year. So, Season 6 we
You
know the
did.
most about. This is going to be C4's Empire Legend content. And then
Adding
Season
more like
7...
quests, adding more quests and stuff.
Hold on. Season 7 is going to be new ways to play and progress.
Huh?
So, new ways to play and progress... I am not entirely sure what that means.
It might be like new ways to get your reputation up.
It could
Or
be.
like,
So here's the thing. New ways to play, that kind of makes me think that maybe it'll be focused on solo players. And I
probably.
believe inside the video today, they mentioned something about wanting to be there for players that play solo.
That's what they
And
said. That's what they said about. They did say that. Yeah.
so I would be interested to see what they have to say about that. I'm not sure what they could do for it, but I'm curious. And the progression that they talked about in this Season 7 update, I have no idea what it could be, but I would love to see something where I talked about in a video a while ago, where like maybe you choose an emissary and you can progress through levels within that trading company. So say you could switch between them. So maybe you choose gold hoarders, and you can progress through that, and it'll give you little perks like maybe you get 5% more gold if you get to like level 10 in the gold hoarder emissary level thing, whatever. They would have to figure out a way
Reputation.
to do that, but I think it'd be cool if you choose a trading company and then you could progress and maybe get some benefits for that trading company through that.
There's also season 8 expanded role playing quest types. I don't know about the role play. We'll get to that in just a second. I just want to talk about the quest types while we're talking about the other reputation companies. Quest types, like, what do you think that would be? Like, new ways to get your reputation up as well, or like,
I think here's my thoughts on it. Most likely, quest types is gonna be something for maybe the gold hoarders, Order of Souls, and maybe Reaper's Bones.
and
I don't,
merchant,
no, I don't think
not
Merchant.
merchant.
Merchant already has 3 different types of voyages. I think it's
True.
fine. Gold
True.
hoarders and Order of Souls only have 2, and I don't think I ever see anyone doing the Order of Souls ghost voyages, and I rarely see them doing the regular skeleton ones. So I could
They're
see them
not
focusing
fun.
on Order of
They're not
Souls.
really that. I mean, the ghost ships can be fun if you have more people, but doing it solo, it's not really that fun.
So let's talk
Oh,
about the expanded.
maybe they can wait real quick. Maybe they can have maybe different levels of quests, like easy, medium, hard, or something like that.
Well, technically, that can already do have that. It's what level you are for the reputation.
Not that, but like I mean, like an official version.
I
Never
don't think
mind.
they'll ever do that, but
Just an idea.
I think expanded roleplay means it's going to be something similar to how we had season 5 of Sea of Thieves, where it's focused on like sitting, fireworks, that kind of stuff. So that could be really
They
cool.
said that in season 5, they wanted to make it more lively, and they want to keep making it more feel alive. So they are probably gonna add more like stuff. Like
You got
to like interact more with different types of stuff.
yeah.
Like maybe an animation to go open up the barrels or something like that. I think that might be a small but I think nice addition.
I want to answer a question real quick that I see in the chat. I guess it's a lot of B's, so B B B B B. He asking, or she, they're asking, if we recommend that they should get into the game and buy it, if this is a good time. And I would say
It is probably a
absolutely.
good time. Absolutely. Just because you want to get started now before new seasons come out, and like it's not going to be more expensive probably or anything like that. It's
It's
just
actually on sale right now.
yeah, it's true.
Okay,
And
but here's what I was gonna say.
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. They there's never a bad time to get into the game, but if you get in now, this is the best time if you haven't already, because with adventures, they're gonna be limited time events where you won't be able to play them again. So if you start now, the first one's in mid-February, like February 17th, I think, and you'll be able to start from the beginning of the story and keep going along with it if you start playing now. If
Also
you
coming,
if you
also
decide not
coming
to
back
and play
to the
later,
very,
you'll be
also
fine.
coming back to the very first thing we talked about with the sea dogs. You also might want to start just at least get to level 5 if you haven't gotten
It
the game yet. At
it
least get
it
to level
doesn't matter
5
if
in
they
sea
get to level
dogs.
5.
I thought you said they had to get level 5.
No, no, you can't get the rewards anymore.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
So
a little confused.
so I don't know what they're gonna do for the role playing aspect for season 8. I just have a feeling it's gonna be similar to season 5, how we got like a bunch of little things updated, and I'd be excited for that. One thing I would love for expanded roleplay is them actually adding mini games. So maybe we could play like pirate chess in game, or we could do other stuff. That would be really cool to see, I think.
Right now, you can do kind of like mini ones with the dice. Maybe like, like I don't know.
But I mean like actual mini games, like not ones where
I
you
know
just
what
like
you mean.
make it
Like
up for yourself.
you could just like not ones you make it up for yourself. Like official ones in the tavern. Like maybe different sections in the tavern. There's like a table. If you go set it, and an option will pop up saying, "Do you want to play chess?" And like I don't know. If another person's already sitting there, you can play 2-player or something like that. I don't know. Just an
So
idea.
that may not come in the roleplay update. It
Maybe
may
not,
come
but
in
in the
well,
future.
listen. It may come in season 9, because for season 9 they're going to be focusing on new social options for crews. And mini games would be a great social option. Like I would love to like go and find someone on like in the world, and maybe we make a bet. So like maybe one of us, if whoever wins the chess game, or maybe it's like a blackjack game or something,
It's a
the
certain
person
amount of
gets the
gold.
treasure. Or not. It would be cool if they added betting. I don't know if they would. I think they might be a
Like
little too
you can
scared of
both
it.
like there's like a bet. I mean
Like
that
you
could
could
cause an
wager
because
your
like
gold.
I just think
Like
like in Rocket League, like way back when there used to be cards. I mean not cards, keys.
yeah.
That it was a little there was a little too similar to gambling, and they got rid of that because they didn't want to start an addiction for like any young kids. I
Mm-hmm.
know probably not too many young people play it, but like they probably won't do that just for that reason.
I don't know. I could see them doing it because gold is just like in-game currency, so it's not like something that where you buy and people worry about spending real life money.
I know
So
that.
I
I'm
think
just
that'd be
saying,
cool.
like,
Uh,
I'm
so
just
yeah,
saying.
new social options for crews coming in season 9. That's really exciting to hear. I'd say that's probably the one I'm most excited for out of the 3 seasons where we don't really know what's going on,
Well, sucks
unless
for you, buddy. It's
season
gonna be
7 is
last.
solo. Uh, that's it. That's gonna be in December. So yeah. So season
It's
6 won't
great.
be coming out till March, and
Still a while.
we have a little while. But the nice thing is the
We
first
have
adventure starts in only a few
March
weeks.
7th or March 17th.
I believe it's 17th.
But that means basically about a month and a half until we have season 6. So we still have a lot, a long wait.
Yeah.
Not a long wait, but like for people who are waiting for the update so long.
It's March 10th. March 10th.
March 10th. Okay, yeah, still like, about a little under a month and a half.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty excited for all the stuff they announced today. I am still really sad about the arena. I feel like it was a bad move for them to announce the arena closing on the same day as this. Like maybe they should have came out like maybe a week ago and talked about arena. I don't know. It feels kind of like a sore note inside the presentation. I feel like that's the only thing people are focusing on right now, because they announced some really cool stuff today, but then they just announced like, oh, yeah, arena's getting
We're
closed
closing
down.
arena, by the way.
Yeah,
Arena, by the way.
yeah, we're all done, y'all. We're closing up shop. We're heading out of here. And
Like literally for like 5 seconds somewhere in the video, I just remember this guy like with a very depressed face saying, "We're sadly gonna close arena."
yeah,
and then it just skipped to the next thing talking about like something really cool. You know, they just like mentioned it like somewhere halfway in the video. It's really dumb. I feel like they should have spent some time on it and gave reasoning on why they did it, not just say we closed it. Bye. You know.
yeah. I don't know. I think they made the right decision with arena.
I think so too. It's just I'm a little bummed.
I think they could have done a good amount of stuff to arena to make it better, but let's be honest, if they're right when they're saying only 2% of the player base plays it, then they made the right decision.
As a business, as viewing this as a business like POV, close it. But viewing this as like a player POV, I would probably wouldn't still in.
What I will say though is I'm kind of getting annoyed by how much people are like. I don't know what all like crunching is, but it's pretty loud.
It's me crumpling up a paper. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyways, what annoys me is how many people are just getting all mad in online about this whole thing, because if only 2% of the player base is playing arena, but then you got all these people that are complaining, oh, I didn't know I needed to get to this level, yada yada yada. I'm like,
you would already have it if you were playing it. If you were actually playing it, then like
this mode has been out since 2019. If you wanted to play arena, you would have played it and gone to level 50. I'm at level 50.
It's been out for about a year.
The commendations are one thing, and I understand people upset about that. I'm upset about the accommodations.
Putting your level up, that's different.
Let's be honest too. You can buy the levels too.
Yeah, true. Like if you were actually like complaining, like you could literally, I could be level 50 if I wanted. You know, like I could probably be level like 30, 40 if I just bought every single letter I got. I just didn't bother buying the Sea Dog letter, which I kind of regret now. But I just thought it was a waste of doubloons. Way back when.
Well, I mean, I was able to like, get to level 50 just playing it, and I didn't even play that much of it. I played it every so often, like I said.
Play with Travis and me here and there.
The watcher in the chat said he's fine with it being shut down, and it was obvious that arena would be shut down. I don't know if I would say it was obvious. I knew that they weren't gonna like do any work with it. I kind of just feared they'd just let it kind of die off on its own. If they're still having the same amount of players playing it now as they did back in 2020, that's actually impressive, because they've done a lot to just push it to the side and like not let you see it or notice it. So
do you want to come up here?
No.
It's not raining.
I'm fine.
I like it up here.
Alright, well you can stay up there.
Okay, I'm going back down.
Alright, calm down. So anyways, I think the shutdown was the best decision they could have made. I think they could have been a bit clearer with their marketing of this. Not marketing, but just explanation. Because no one should be confused on what's going on. I feel like I'm confused about the accommodations if we're able to still do that. I believe we can, based off what I've looked at. But there shouldn't be like any sort of unclearness with this. Alright, let's go ahead and answer some questions from the chat. And
I can't see the chat, so you'll have to say it out loud and ask me.
Yeah, I am. I'm checking real quick just to see if anyone posted on the thing. I will answer this question from Ocean Crawler 3. He asked earlier, in the roadmap, what does it mean new ways to play? Does it mean co-op servers? And I'm guessing when he says co-op servers, I'm assuming he means like the private servers that they had started working on a while ago. I could see them maybe launching it then. I feared they probably would have launched it last year, but they didn't. So it could be possible that they launch private servers then. I'm assuming private servers will be something that's like a premium thing that you pay for each month. And
You pay money.
yeah, and they've already said that.
It's not gonna be something you probably pay with gold or doubloons or ancient coins. It's probably
No,
gonna.
it's
I mean,
it's
you would probably
actual
buy
money.
with you would probably
They
pay with ancient. It would probably cost ancient coins, but you have to pay for the ancient coins. Similar to the
they,
Plunder Pass, you have to pay.
they've already said all that, and it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something similar to say like Minecraft Realms, where like you pay a monthly subscriptions and you get unlocked thing.
I hate
And
that.
it will not have any progression for it, so I'm fine with that. I don't think there should be progression for it because what people are looking for
you
is a
gonna do that?
server. I'll probably get it, but we haven't had that unlocked yet, so I haven't looked at it. We don't even know a price for it.
How much do you think it'll be? I think it'll probably be like $5 a month, but that's just what I think. Probably more.
I could see it be more. Let me look at some other questions real quick. We got any ideas for endgame content? Sander
Endgame
asked that.
Oh, endgame.
Endgame content, if we're being honest, is Pirate Legend, and we're kind of getting more endgame content right now with the Pirate Legend update we're gonna get for season 6. So I guess you could say that's my idea for it, but I don't think there needs to be an endgame content per se. I think Pirate Legend is good enough as long as they keep updating Pirate Legend like how they are doing this season. I think that's fine with me. What do you think, Hunter?
I think they're probably gonna keep on updating Pirate Legend to an extent, obviously, but it is the thing that most people will be within probably if you play often, like if you stay consistent, max a year, you'll probably be Pirate Legend. I think.
Yeah.
In about a year, if you stay consistent playing the game, I don't mean like every now and then. I mean like actually consistent. Then yeah, you could probably be Pirate Legend.
Mm-hmm.
And roughly around a year.
I think it'd be even shorter than that.
It depends on how often you play. It really does.
All right, so we got a fun question right here.
A fun?
Yeah. So when it comes to adventures, you get to choose your own like path, and like, say if we have to choose sides, if the option was between say the Pirate Lord, which is like the good guys, or Flameheart, which one are you choosing?
Me?
Yeah.
Well,
are you gonna go to the dark side?
In what circumstance? In the beginning of the game?
No, don't think about it. Just you're gonna go to the dark side and join Flameheart. You're gonna be on the light side and be with.
What do I gain?
You gain the admiration of Flameheart if you join him.
Pirate Legend.
What?
You
don't get anything. Just choose.
Okay. Let me think. I would probably choose right now, Reaper.
That's not a choice. I said between Flameheart and
and then like Reaper is like reputation, my bad. Flameheart.
Alright.
Dark side.
I think I'd probably stick to Pirate Lord if I'm being honest, but if it was any other villain other than Flameheart, I would have gone dark side.
Parker, listen, in about one Order Soul's reputation and one Gold Order reputation, I'll probably be at the light side.
Yeah, okay, bud. Alright. Those that are watching, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the chat.
I have a question. What about me?
So, I don't know if I want to answer your question, actually.
Oh, okay.
Alright, go ahead.
So, do you think maybe, I think this would be kind of cool, in the beginning of the game, you can, choose, maybe, when you're halfway to Pirate Legend, in the very start of the game, and then when you are Pirate Legend, you get 3 opportunities. to boost one of your reputations, the amount like you gain from selling the item, no matter what, like permanently, by like maybe 5%, 10%, or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that could be kind of cool at the beginning of the game. It's like, would you want to choose like when you first load in, like after loading into maiden voyage, you can either go up like you do one of each quest, you know, not just gold hoarder, like one of each quest of the like the 3 main groups, and then you like you know you decide, do you want to boost your gold order or you know merchant, and I think that could be a cool addition.
I feel like instead of having it be to everyone after they start, I think it would be better if you once you get to the max level for the trading companies, you can choose to go on that path. Like I was talking
That's
earlier
true.
about the having like an emissary progression system, kind of as like post level content, I guess you could say. So I think that would be easier for the developers to update instead of adding, say, like another 25 levels to max the cap. If they just added after 75, you go on this little thing where you can unlock different level or stages of an emissary. So maybe like level 5 of this new system, you have like 5% more gold for the gold hoarders, or maybe you have a 10% chance to get better loot on your gold hoarder voyages, something like that. They could do it for
What
each
do
of the
you
different
mean,
trading companies.
Parker? They're just gonna they should just add more cosmetics.
Okay, bud. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like they should like for like everything they just add like another cosmetic. I don't really like that.
I mean, cosmetics is what drives the game. I did want to
But
talk
there's
about
like
in
so
another
many.
video
They
about
just add
cosmetics.
more and more and more and more and more and more. Like maybe they can give you a reward other than like a cosmetic. I don't know. Just maybe like something like
Like
you know
what?
a higher chance to like you know like to get something like like killing a skeleton. You know maybe you get more like a higher chance to get more gold out of killing a skeleton or something like that.
Yeah,
I feel like that could be cool.
that's what I'm talking about with the progression system that I was talking about. That's
I thought you
exactly
meant
what I'm meaning.
I thought you meant by like when you sold an item.
No, just anything that's related to that trading company.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Alright, well, I don't think I see any more questions in the chat, so I guess this is a good place for us to go ahead and end this episode. We went to actually almost exactly an hour for this, so that's pretty good. So, thanks for everyone that hopped in and watched. This video will be up later. If you missed part of it, you can go ahead and watch it later. And I'll also probably throw it up on the podcast sites. So, be sure to check it out. And
Have a good
I'll
night,
see y'all
y'all.
later. Bye, y'all.
Have a good night, y'all. Ooh, that was fun.